Hello there and welcome. I'm Bob Proctor, and I got an idea that I think you're going to love. I figured out how I can come from wherever I am to wherever you are. I'm going to stream right onto your iPad or into your laptop. That's right. And I'm going to share some phenomenal information with you, and I'm going to do it every week. The Streaming Club is one of the most incredible ideas I've ever come up with. It's only been going for about 3 months, and you know, we have members in the Streaming Club today in 53 countries benefiting from these ideas. Now, stop and ask yourself, what's the difference between the people that are really winning and the ones that are really struggling? Do you know there's very little difference? The ones that are really struggling work a lot harder than the ones that are really winning. You see, I found that out over 50 years ago. I'd been working really hard and I wasn't doing very well. And then a man introduced me to this book, Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. His name was Ray Stanford. And he said, Bob, if you do exactly what I tell you, until you find out I'm lying or that I don't know what I'm talking about, your whole life will change. You can have anything you want. Well, you know, I had difficulty believing that, but he said, your way's not working. Why don't you try mine? I thought, that's a pretty good question. You see, I was earning $4,000 a year, but I owed $6,000. I was always in debt. I just couldn't make it happen. But you know, 1 year after I picked up that book, I was earning $175,000 a year, and pretty soon it went over $1 million. You'll say, well, what were you doing? Do you know something? I don't think it matters what you're doing. I think what really matters is how you do it. In The Science of Getting Rich, Wallace Waddell said, the secret to getting rich isn't in doing certain things, it's doing things in a certain way. Now think about that for a moment. I was cleaning floors. I started to clean offices on the side just to earn a few extra dollars. I ended up cleaning floors in Toronto, Montreal, Boston, Cleveland, Atlanta, and London, England. I was cleaning a lot of floors. Now, I wasn't cleaning them. I learned a long time ago, multiple sources of income. That's the way to wealth. And I was doing really well. But I couldn't figure out why I was doing really well. Why me? You see, I was raised to believe, probably much the same as you were raised to believe, if you're going to become wealthy, you've got to be really smart. Well, I was earning a lot of money and I knew I wasn't very smart. I was also raised to believe if you're going to do well in business, you've got to have a good formal education. I was not only doing well in business, I owned the business. And I had 2 months high school. Then I started to wonder how many of my beliefs are not sound. There are two. How many others? I believed a whole lot of things that were pretty ridiculous. And I started to study. I wanted to find out why I changed. It took me 9 years, but I finally connected the dots. Now, I started to read books. I'm surrounded by books right here. I'm in my own library. My office, there's about 3,000 books on the shelves. I traveled anywhere. I had some of the most phenomenal mentors that you'll ever see. I finally left the business and I went to work with Nightingale Conant in Chicago. Earl Nightingale and Lloyd Conant. I was working right beside them for 5 years. What an education. And when I put the dots together and I figured out why I was doing so well, all I wanted to do was teach it to other people. I'll tell you something ironic that I discovered. People that are highly successful, 99 times out of 100, don't know why they are. Many of them are shocked at success. Most of them don't know why they're so successful. Check it out. Take some of the ones you know. They don't know. They'll say, well, I work hard. Losing people work hard. I'm smart. There's a lot of smart people that aren't doing well. A lot of people are wandering the streets with degrees coming off the end of a business card, but they're not making it. Others who are functionally illiterate, they can neither read nor write, are earning millions. Well, I found out, and I've been teaching it now for 40-some years, teaching it all over the world. And then I got this idea about this streaming club. Actually, I was on a world tour not long ago. I went into Tel Aviv, from there to Cyprus, from Cyprus to Dubai, from Dubai to Melbourne, Melbourne to Auckland, Auckland to Los Angeles, and then back to Toronto, where my home is. And everywhere I went, there was crowds of people in the programs, and they were saying, if I could just spend an hour with you. And you know, I really wanted to spend an hour with them, but there was so many of them, and I had to catch a plane. I couldn't spend an hour with any of them. Maybe one of them, but not all of them. And flying back from Los Angeles home on that tour, I go thinking, there's got to be a way that I can spend some time with them. And all of a sudden it hit me. I could spend an hour with every one of them every week. And that's what the Streaming Club is. The Streaming Club is a way that I can come right onto your computer every week for an hour. I'll do Q&A. We come up with questions and answers. The president and chief executive officer of our company, Sandra Gallagher, who's a financial genius, she's on it, answering all kinds of questions. We help you figure out the solution to problems. We will show you how to build your business. We will show you how to improve the quality of your life. I will share with you the latest book that I'm studying and tell you the good parts of it and why you should add it to your library. And then best of all, we're adding a networking aspect to it, where you can network with people all over the world. You can go down and you can look at who's the members, you get their bio, and you can connect with them. And you can make connections with people right now in 53 countries, and it's growing. There's thousands of people that are going to come together through the Streaming Club. Now the money, I guarantee you, if you do what we tell you, do exactly what we suggested, you find out we're lying or we don't know what we're talking about. I don't lie, and I do know what I'm talking about. We'll show you how to multiply your income. The Streaming Club, you think, how much is it worth? I don't know if you could put a value on it. It would be worth millions of dollars to the person who will take the information and actually apply it. Every call is recorded. You can go into the archives, refer back to them. It's a phenomenal resource. And it's only $88 a month. It's about the price of a sandwich and a cup of coffee once a week. Now, the beautiful part about this, only half of that comes to the company. The other half goes back to the members. If you refer someone to the Streaming Club, you get 44 of the $88. So if you just refer two people, every month you get 44 from the two of them. That's $88, so yours is paid for. And it goes on ad infinitum. You just refer them once, but as long as they're members, you're getting $44. You see, if you just refer 10 people, you're getting $440 a month. That's $5,000 a year. Think about it. Just coming to you. You're learning while you're doing it. Put 100 people in it. It's $4,400 a month. $25,000 a year. Put 1,000 people in it. If you've got a mailing list over a short period of time, you could do that. We will make videos that you can send out. With your link, you get credit. Do you know how much that is? Think about it. It's $44,000 a month, $520,000 a year. See, there's no secret to becoming wealthy, but you've got to act on the idea. Now, here's the real deal. For $1, you hit the button, and for $1, you can come to the Streaming Club for 2 weeks. For $1. If you don't like it, just hit cancel. If you do like it, do nothing, and we'll just start charging you $88 a month. So for $1, you can test this out for 2 weeks. It's a source of multiple sources of income for you. There's a networking aspect to it that is worth its weight in gold, meeting people from all over the world. You're getting information on a library that's worth its weight in gold. We'll answer questions. It is a phenomenal resource. The Streaming Club, the idea that's time has come. I will be with you every week, wherever you are, from wherever I am. Remember, $1 to test it out. You can't beat it. It's such a deal. You're going to love it. Listen, in the 46 years I've been in this business, this is without question the best idea that ever come into my mind. And we acted on it like that, and it's growing like a weed. You can share it with all your friends, with your relatives. But best of all, you can test it for $1. $1. Hit the button. I'll see you there next week.